The Senate passed a pair of bipartisan bills to protect children from potentially harmful social media content. The Kids Online Safety Act, or KOSA, and the Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act, COPA, passed overwhelmingly, a strong bipartisan showing that Senate supporters hope will spur the House to act.
On this vote, the ayes are 91, the nays are 3, and the motion is agreed to. Under the previous order, the Senate will resume executive session.
The 3 senators who voted against the bill were Senators Rand Paul, Kentucky Republican, Mike Lee, Utah Republican, and Ron Wyden, Oregon Democrat.
Today, the Senate keeps its promise to every parent who's lost a child because of the risks of social media. Now we call on the House to pass these common sense, bipartisan, life-saving bills. The overwhelming vote we received here on the floor of the Senate should importune the House to act and act quickly, and we hope it will do just that.
KOSA would require social media companies to enable the strongest privacy settings for kids by default and to disable automated algorithms and features that show addictive products. The measure would also impose a duty of care, allowing the Federal Trade Commission to enforce action against social media companies if they continue to push harmful content. COPA would prohibit online platforms from collecting certain information from users 17 years or younger, up from the current age threshold of 13.
This vote was overwhelmingly bipartisan, as was co-sponsorship of the bill at the end of the process. 3/4 of the Senate, evenly divided, Republican and Democrat, co-sponsored the Kids Online Safety Act. Democracy works if we have bipartisan support.
Opponents argue this violates the First Amendment, but the authors of the bill said it's narrowly targeted to avoid running afoul of the Constitution. President Biden, who has called on Congress to pass legislation protecting children online, would sign the legislation if it passes the House. The House, however, has already adjourned for its summer recess until September 9th, delaying possible action on the legislation until then. To stay on top of this potential bill and other news, visit WashingtonTimes.com.